Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim. I've been in and out of this RV park 4 times. I'm heading back to the laundromat to get the clothes. They are all done and ready. I got up this morning and crushed it and put them in the washer, and then I went to McDonald's and I got coffee, and I came home and I got my shoes. I washed my new Nikes and they look brand new. And then I had some coffee at home, found out I'm out of water, got to go to Aldi's, got to go to Walmart, got to get a few things this morning. I'm out of some very important, I can't believe I ran out of water. And I'm tired of buying these cases. I'm going to buy, a case, I'm going to buy cases. And Aldi, I like those little shorter bottles, I really do. They freeze well. They go in the car. You take it for a walk. And, that's where I have some water. I knew it was weird that I was out. I didn't look at my freezer. Of course, I couldn't use those for coffee this morning because they're frozen. But it's good to know that I'm not, completely out. So, a beautiful day. I'm going to go get steps in. I think I might go to the beach today. We've been having this threat or forecast of thunderstorms every day, and it's a typical Florida type weather. There is rain on one side of the road and not the other. There's rain over in Lakewood Ranch inland, and there's no rain here coastal where I live. So, it's hit and miss. I would rather have that than the entire southeast be, rainy and cloudy for the whole day. We don't like rain. We want rain. We need rain. We do like it because we have to have it. But we like our sunshine here. And we're used to sunshine. If you live in Seattle or where these places are that, majority of the year it's cloudy and rainy, I guess you get used to that. But we don't like inclement weather here. Now we're in the hurricane season. But anyway, I want to talk about something else. I'm not going to make this video. This is just a good morning video to say hello and to check in. But I am going to make a video this morning about carnivore. And I'm going to be honest about something. And I'm going to be revealing things about the carnivore diet that I haven't said before. And about certain people regarding carnivore. And it's nothing what you think. It's actually very good, but I need to do this. I've been thinking about it for a couple of days, and I'm going to talk about it. But I want the video to go from beginning to end about that particular subject. Most of my videos, I bounce all around. Now, let me go fold my clothes and come back, and I want to finish talking to you guys about the Rolex, the Invicta watches, because that just gave me a point regarding the video I made yesterday. I'll be right back. All right, I got these bad boys right here all folded up, mostly towels. Man, I go through some towels and washcloths. I told you guys I take like 3 showers a day, but I don't use a fresh towel every time. I change my towel about every 2 or 3 dry-offs. That's right. Anyway, back to watches. I made a video at the mall, and it was just a good video, about an expensive watch called a Rolex. And everybody else was normal. We had a couple of wise guys in there that wanted to say something so ridiculous like, if you can't afford it, why would you waste the clerk's time? If you can't afford it, why would you even gander over and look at them? If you can't afford it, why are you at the mall? If you can't afford it, why'd you leave your house? It's so ridiculous. That someone, of course, we know who these people are. They're just trying to be antagonists. We got a lot of them, don't we? Not just in my channel, I'm talking about in the world. Good Lord. When someone goes to a car dealer and they start looking at cars before they settle on the top of the line or the bottom of the line, they look at everything. You go into a mall and they're there to answer your questions. Maybe you know somebody that wants to get one. Maybe you are going to buy one. Maybe you're going to get one next year. They're putting a seed in your mind. You don't know. It's just so ridiculous. Absolutely absurd for anyone to ever make a comment like, you went into a shoe store and you picked up a pair of $150 Nikes. Why would you do that if you can't afford them or you weren't going to buy them? Maybe I will. You don't know. You don't know if I can buy a Rolex watch or not. I could definitely sell everything I got, borrow a little bit of money from you and get one. Anyway, I think the watches, the Rolex watches, are way, way, way overpriced, as I think everything is today. Houses, condos, cars, clothes. Let me ask you a question. If you won the lottery, and don't lie, and if I won the lottery, would you buy a Rolex? If you like timepieces, if you like jewelry, maybe you'd buy a diamond ring, maybe you'd buy a gold necklace. Would you? Of course you would. If you had the money, it didn't hurt you and you didn't miss it, and you just like that kind of stuff, whether you care about people looking at it, status, you just like to look at it yourself, whatever the reason, that's you. You do you, and I'll do me. And so, yes, I would love to have that gold Rolex. In fact, I would love to have a couple of the Rolex models like I have Invictas. But I find that Invictas for like $150 each, and I've got like 8 or 9 of them that I can wear and mix them up. And lately I've been wearing that sport watch, which was given to me for a review, as my favorite watch. And I'm kind of into the smartwatches, as someone wrote in comments last night that they're kind of into smartwatches. And that seems to be what a lot of people wear today. And I know they got the bread, or at least make the kind of money, that if they wanted to sport a Rolex, they could. But they really feel that the smartwatch, because they're business people, that gives them notifications and stuff, not their steps like me, to get their text, or they don't have to hold their phone or look at their phone. They can feel something. They use it in a different way. And you can even buy very luxurious bands and stuff, like the Apple Watches and other Android smartwatches. So timepieces of all styles and price ranges, I like. And so when I went into that store yesterday, guess how many people were in there? It wasn't like that Bed Bath or candlestick place where they're just covered up in there all the time buying that buy one, get 3 for free, or the Invictus store, or Dillard's or Macy's, or the Cinnabon place where they had people lined up. The lady was in there doing nothing. In fact, I looked around, I'm like, why isn't there a security guard or somebody in here jumping on me because I'm in a Rolex store? It was Mayors. And all of a sudden, she pops up behind the counter where she was just sitting in a chair, because there hasn't been anybody in there, or hasn't been for a while. And so she was happy to greet. She didn't size me up and say, that guy don't have any money. Let me run a credit report on him first. What's your bank account got in it? No, her job is to answer questions and serve customers. So someone wrote yesterday, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it was annoying that people actually took the time to leave a smart-ass comment like that, why would you waste the clerk's time? And I digress. That's why, okay? I like them, and I'm interested, and I do me. There you go. So let me get my stuff in the house. Let's go and get some more coffee, get more hopped up, and get more ranty about these ridiculous things that are going on in California that the media says, the left-wing media, they're saying, don't believe your eyes. Don't believe what you're seeing. Just believe us, what we say. It's all peaceful. There's nothing going on. Nothing to see here. Keep moving. That's how dumb they think that American people are. The media. They're showing you, your eyes can see it. It's mostly peaceful. Most of these dumpster fires and car fires and windows and vandalism and looting and assaulting on federal and law enforcement with rocks pelting them. You want to get hit in the head with a rock? It ain't a gun, but who knows what people might do. How would you like to have me whip a freaking rock as hard as I can from here to yonder and hit you in the head with it, in the face? How would you like that? How would you like a little rock to hit you? That's freaking felony. That's assault. That's second-degree attempted murder. So when people also leave comments like turning military on its own people, those aren't our people. You burn a flag, you're not here legally, you're anti-American, you're some nutbag. Get out. Leave. There's buses, planes, and things every minute. Go get on one. If you want to burn this flag and you hate this country and you hate our president, freaking leave. Leave. And the ones that are doing it, first of all, are paid. I heard they have ads on Craigslist offering them thousands of dollars to go and loot, riot, hold signs, antagonize, and do all these things they're doing. And I'll guarantee you that's true. I'll guarantee you I told you a long time ago that these Democrats, I'm talking about the politicians, not people that claim to be a Democrat. Hell, at heart, I'm a Democrat of what it used to be. They just hijacked the name. They're communists. They're control freaks. They're stupid. And I told you, will burn the world down before they want to give up all that kickback they were getting from cartels, illegal, spending your tax money, sucking it and putting it in their pocket. Look at their faces. Look at these people that say they're elected officials. When did they ever campaign? I never voted for them. When do they get votes? How do they stay in office? How are these people staying in there for years and years? And they actually got the audacity to say that AOC even has a chance at running for president, or that Newsom guy. And then what about that mayor of LA? Come on. Don't believe what you're seeing. Believe what we tell you, they say. Boy, they really think we're stupid. We can see that they didn't do anything, don't want to do anything. It's all contrived. They all lost. They're sore losers. Trump is doing exactly what he said for 4 years that he would do if he ever got elected again. He said it every single day, went on rallies twice a day, every day, and got up there and said, I'm closing the border. I'm throwing people out of here that are here illegal. I'm going to get those criminals. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to build our military. We're going to, drill, baby, drill. We're going to do all these things. And people are like, not people, the media. They want to make you think that the people are upset. That's not it. You look at the polls. Overwhelming majority of people, like almost everybody, even they're being conservative on the polls, are right behind President Trump. Get them, do it, close the border, make us safe, protect us, drill, bring prices down, cut taxes, save Medicare, save Social Security. And they changed the law. Instead of giving a tax-free, it's a new law. You get a $4,000 tax credit on top of your standard deduction, which is $15,000 this year for a single filer. Now you got an extra $4,000 you can take off if you make under $75,000 a year as a single filer, making money with Social Security. That gives you that'll make you almost zero out on owing any taxes. 70 million people will now benefit versus 30 million that were making big money on Social Security will benefit. So don't believe any of that crap, folks. He is making America great again. Do we got to go through some pain? Look at the pain we've endured. Look at what's happened to our country. We were put out of business. People went home, couldn't work, couldn't stand next to each other. I couldn't even do my business. I had to wear a mask and cover up my smile, my face, my countenance, which is what sold. So many people made money and so many people lost money. Then they raised the prices. They did all this stuff. And then they controlled. They changed the DOJ, all the judges. They got it all set up. And then they impeached, arrested, filed felony charges against a sitting president. And then when he was out of office, and they're worried that Trump is going to stand up for the American people and do what he was elected to do. He's a person that walks the walk and talks the talk, unlike anybody we've ever seen. The entire country's behind the man. But these sore losers, they were making all this money, stealing, fraud, are just screaming. They're gnashing their teeth. They're demons. Look at their faces. Look at these people on the Democrat side in our government. Look how they look and look how they talk. Like, you are the best in the country to represent the Democrats or the people of this country. No, you look like a criminal. You look like somebody that's up to no darn good. That's what they look like. I can tell them by looking at them. And don't think there's not enough crooks over on the Republican side too. Don't get me wrong about that, folks. No, they are the same rats with different heads. But at the top of the chain is where it starts. A fish rots from the head down. And Trump is doing the best he can. All these comments I read about, a guy that grabbed women, a guy that filed bankruptcy, a guy that said this, locker room talk, a guy that did that years ago. You know what I did when I was a child? I acted like a child. Now that I'm a man, I act like a man. Do I still make mistakes? Yes. But am I getting older and mature and improving and have given my life to Christ and trying to improve myself? Just like Donald Trump, just like you, if you're getting older. And we've got some people out there that are in their 70s that still act like they're 15, high school. Those are the ones I feel sorry for. These people are out there running around, throwing rocks and stuff, doing these riots and things. You can tell their age. Okay, that's the only excuse they got, is they're not mature yet. They haven't found God yet. Something's wrong with them, but maybe there's still hope for them. But these people that are just got hardened hearts and pure evil in social media, on the streets, in our government, all evil is just one thing: pure damn evil. Crush it.